Everybody, this is Brian Q from brianqblog.wordpress.com. Go there for the articles, go there for the videos like this. Weekly rundown, a weekly recap of the articles that I've written over at brianqblog.wordpress.com. I wonder if I'm ever going to get tired of saying that. No! I will not. Because it's mine. I like what I do. I like all this. I like the videos. I like the articles. I like writing stuff about what I want to write about. So, if you don't know, if you're new to this, I pretty much just write about video games, sometimes movies, sometimes TV shows, sometimes sports. In this week's case, a little bit of both. I don't know what this is, but it's this. Anyway, so without further ado, let's just get right into it, right? First story is that Ray Rice got cut from the Madden 15 roster. And this is not too much of a big news because Ray Rice, if you've been following anything out of the NFL, and if you have a copy of Madden, I would assume so. But just in case, Ray Rice, over the past few months, has been in trials in and out of the courtroom regarding his physical abuse towards his now wife, but then fiance, Janae Rice. So pretty much they were caught in an elevator, she was knocked on the ground, and he was standing over her. There was no video of him or of them inside the elevator, it was just the result. And then this past week, we got the video of him actually striking his wife, or his then fiance, and knocking her out, and then, proceeding to carry her limp body out of the elevator, which then forced the NFL to really act towards that and cut, the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens, the team he's on, cut him, and the NFL suspended him indefinitely. Now, the big story regarding the NFL and regarding Ray Rice is that, well, why wasn't this video shown earlier? And then there's back and forth saying that either the commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, knew about the incident. Did he know about the incident? Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? We don't know. We'll find out in a few weeks, or actually in a few days, to see whether or not someone was actually hiding the information. But as it stands right now, EA went the safe route, the PR route, and I believe the correct route of cutting Ray Rice from the Madden 15 roster. Now, no doubt, there will be players out there who will download Ray Rice, who will create him and make him in the game. And I'm sure if you really want to, you can download Ray Rice by player community files in the game. My opinion is it's a right move. I don't think Ray Rice should be in the game after all this. Now, is he the only one? No, there's a bunch of other players, especially recently, that have been in the news for disciplinary acts towards either spousal abuse or children abuse, like we see with Adrian Peterson. So if we're going to cut every single player for doing something illegal, then I feel that then it gets weird, because that's a lot of players, unfortunately. And so I think there's a line that's to be drawn, and that EA has made the line with Ray Rice. That's an example, right? And not necessarily saying that this is going to impact Ray Rice in any way. I mean, if he plays Madden, sure, I guess he'll want to play with himself, punch, swing, all that stuff. But the EA shouldn't take it upon themselves to think that they are the executioner of justice here. You feel me? Just because a player commits an illegal act, they should not be cut. Josh Gordon, for example, DUIs after DUIs with drug policies ban, him breaking drug policies in the NFL, him being cut from the NFL for right now. I mean, suspended, but we'll see if he comes back relatively soon. But should he be gone from the game? No. No, I don't think so. Greg Hardy right now is going through something very similar to Ray Rice between spousal domestic abuse. And there's evidence on him saying that he really abused his wife or his girlfriend, I forget, but, go read the article. And should he be cut from the game? It's things like this that I don't know if EA necessarily needs to act on. Ray Rice, yes, I get it, because the NFL cut Ray Rice, essentially. And I think that if the NFL cuts a player, then EA go ahead and make the necessary arrangements, because Ray Rice is no longer in the NFL. And so we'll see what happens with these few cases that are coming out about other players and domestic abuse and all that stuff. But I wanted to take the time out right now, and I know that I have a very limited audience. And I appreciate the audience I have. And of course, domestic violence is wrong. It's bad. You shouldn't do it. It's illegal. And apart from that, it's just immoral. And that's my 2 cents on it. Again, I appreciate those that follow me, those that listen to me, those that read my articles and whatnot. And I truly believe that domestic violence is, like the normal people, I guess, would believe it's wrong. It's not what you should do. If you have a problem, figure it out. Go talk about it. If you're a real man, you should look at another venue to get that anger out. Okay? There's no, I guess, gratification really in hitting a woman. You can try to justify it all you want, but there truly is none. So that's my 2 cents. Let's move to lighter news. GTA 5 for the PS4 and the Xbox One is coming out in November. Go ahead and read the article at brianqblog.wordpress.com to get the specific date. But I am pumped. November now is GTA month for me. Because yes, I played it on the PS3. And I am more excited now to play it on the PS4. Because DLC, added features, high resolution graphics, all this stuff that's going to be packed to the brim with content. So I am looking forward to the GTA 5 release date in November. Now, hopefully, we get some bank heists, or some heists in general come along with it. Heists were, again, teased at the start of GTA 5 with their online multiplayer as something that you can play with friends and whatnot. You commit these grand heists that you do in the single-player campaign. And the single-player was fun with all those heists. And I wanted that in the multiplayer. It's been, I think, a little over a year now. No heists. What's going on, Rockstar? I love you guys. I will buy this game day one, no problem. But these heists need to be coming out soon, or else the public will get a little testy, and Rockstar's faith will be a little tested now. Why would you deliver something that you can't promise? Is it that hard to do? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I just like to read about them. So Rockstar, let's get those heists going along instead of these. I don't need an extra car or an extra plane. I want some heists, some co-op. And speaking of co-op, we've got some DLC coming along at the end of the month in September. That is the Watch Dogs Bad Blood DLC. You play as T-Bone. For those who play the single player campaign, T-Bone's the guy with the dreadlocks. You meet him like a little over halfway through the game. He's the guy that created the CTOS, which is the network that you hack as Aiden Pierce. And I was a fan of Watch Dogs. I dug it, but it was never something that I was like, when I'm done, I'm going to go back to play it. The multiplayer was alright. The single player was okay. The game itself was fine. But this DLC has me excited because not only am I a different character, Aiden Pierce, say what you will, he wasn't that memorable, he wasn't that great to be, he was pretty much just a blank slate. T-Bone has personality, T-Bone's funny, T-Bone gets you in the mood. And also, if you play the single player, you know he has traps. T-Bone is the guy that you go for traps. He has these elaborate machines that create these spectacles to confuse opponents, to take opponents out, and that is going to be portrayed in the DLC. We have that by the way of a small little RC car. It's a little RC car that goes around, you can deploy it whenever you like, and it pretty much acts as the player. You can go out, you can take people out with the RC car, it launches some bullets out at somebody, it can just cause a distraction, it can hack different cameras, phones, all that stuff. So that sounds fun to me. He uses a crowbar instead of a nightstick. All this stuff just seems more fun to me. While it might still be the same game, that's fine for me. The gameplay was great. So we'll see what happens with the DLC Bad Blood. For those who got the Season Pass, you get it a week early, which is I think September 27th or 28th. Or maybe check the article for the exact date. But you get it a week early, so check on that. And that's pretty much it, guys. That was my 3 articles that I wanted to talk about. There's some more. If you go over to brianqblog.wordpress.com, okay, there's more articles there that you can read, more news so you can get your hands on. And breaking news, depending on when this video went out, it could be breaking or it could be very, very late. But I'm going to try to make it as breaking as possible. But Mojang, the company that, well, not the company, the developers that made Microsoft, not the developers that made Minecraft have been bought by Microsoft, so that's big news. That's really big news. I think it was like $2.8 million or something like that. Again, brianqblog.wordpress.com has the exact details, but that's big news. It's very big news. Seeing as how Minecraft just came out for the PS4 and Xbox One, I would love to see what Microsoft has in store for these guys. Now, apparently, the creator just... He sold the store. He sold Mojang to Microsoft, and he's out. And I wouldn't blame him. That's a lot of money for for your creation. So we'll see what Microsoft has to do with Minecraft. We'll see if there's any more iterations with Minecraft. We've seen a bunch of Halo skins go to Minecraft. So we'll see what happens with Minecraft in general. We'll see what happens with Mojang in the coming years. I'm excited. I might just buy an Xbox One because of it. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, guys, that was my time. Thank you for yours. I'm Brian Q from brianqblog.wordpress.com. Go over there. Check out the videos. Check out the articles. Video games, sports, TV, movies, all that stuff. In one place? You kidding me? Come on. All right, guys, take it easy. Thank you for your time. Peace. I'm out of here.